My friends, my brothers, my sisters, my fellow human beings. I wish we met in better circumstances. I wish we could stand here with the lighter words. But sometimes the only way forward is to speak the things we wish we didn't have to say. To say them loud, clear and true. This year I was suspended and then I was unfairly dismissed twice. Sorry, I was unfairly dismissed first and then suspended. What makes twice? Once after a year of loyalty, early mornings, late nights and human heart inside a fast-moving warehouse, and then again after just 6 weeks, not for failing my work, but for being different, for needing understanding, for daring to be honest, for my mental health. I was pushed out. I did not yet have the diagnosis. I was judged while undiagnosed. Sorry. They assumed, they labeled, they discarded me. Not because I couldn't work, but because they refused to understand. But now, things are different. In July, I was fully diagnosed with ADHD. No more doubts, no more whispers, and this is who I am. And today I stand here. No silence, no ashamed, not broken, but fully spoken. And today I stand here. Not silence, not ashamed, not broken. In front of you with the truth, clarity and with the strength. If you ever watch The Traitors, you know the feeling. You sit beside people you trust. You laugh, you share, you build something. And then you find out the person you trust was the traitor all along. That is what betrayal feels like. In the workplace it happens too. Smiles hide sabotage. Whispers become gossip. Gossip becomes accusation. And accusation can end a job. And trust. Sometimes even end a life. That is not a failure, that is a fail. Let's talk about the difference. ADHD means my brain runs hot. I overheat even in the winter. I can always slow my thoughts. I feel emotions with the intensity that others can always understand. People say I'm not multitasking, but I am, in a way they cannot see. I'm processing light, sound, emotions, thoughts, movement all at once. That is not a weakness. That is a hidden strength. A coping system. A coping mechanism. A superpower forged in silence. But too often the world doesn't see that. They see a request for help and label it poor performance. They hear honesty and twist into a threat. Stigma grows faster than understanding, and we are told to mask, to fit in, to erase ourselves for someone else's comfort. But support isn't just medical. Support is being believed. When a friend asked how I was really doing, I said my thoughts don't stop. I overheat even in the winter. I'm exhausted from pretending, but I'm okay when I'm not. And he said, I didn't realize how hard you have been trying just to stay afloat. That kind of understanding heals more than any pill. So let me ask you this today. What kind of society do we become when we laugh at someone's difference? When we whisper about the disability we don't understand? When we silence someone for being who they are? We become smaller. We become weaker. And we become less human. But every time we choose kindness over cruelty, respect over mockery, courage over silence, we become more human. Picture this. A child in a classroom who learns differently, they fidget, they blurt answers, they don't fit in the mold. They don't fit the mold, sorry. In one future, their spark is crushed by punishment. In another, they are supported, and their spark lights the way for all of us. A young worker hides their orientation. They hear their jokes. They hear their jokes, they see smirks. They hide and they break inside. That's one future. But in another future, they are welcome, celebrate. And in that future, they give their best, not just for themselves, but for everyone. And a leader, a real leader, doesn't eat first. They eat last. They protect first. They uplift first. They don't turn away when bullying happens in the corridor. They don't stay silent when prejudice show its face. That leaders creates a future where no one is left behind. The futures are choices, our choices. So let us choose courage. Let us choose kindness. Let us choose to be fully, deeply human. Because silence is not neutral. Silence sides with the bully. Silence sides with the oppressor. Silence sides with the cruelty. And we will not be silenced. This message is also a tribute to coloring Flack, whose loss reminded us all how cruel silence and stigma can be. And to Laura Whitmore, whose words gave me strength when I was close to breaking. Her voice became one of my powers to stay strong, to keep speaking, to keep fighting. She is one of my heroes. So today I borrow her courage and add to my own voice, because the truth must be spoken, and humanity must never again be forgotten. Thank you.